Hello and welcome to the Western Association for College Admission Counseling College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but will be around for the entire session to answer any questions you may have. My name is Jenny and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. However, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. If you'd like to see the closed captioning, there was a new Zoom update, so just look at the bottom of your screen. There should be a box that says CC and Show Captions, and you can click Show Captions. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/WACAC. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Dominican University.
Hi there, everyone. So excited to be here. My name is Emma, and I'm with Dominican University of California. I'll go ahead and get right into it. So we're located here in San Rafael, California, about 15 minutes away from the Golden Gate Bridge. Beautiful place to be. So here's some Dominican fast facts. We were founded in 1890. We have around 1,800 students, 72% identify with ethnic diversity, 99% receive aid, and 33% are Pell eligible, as well as 23% of our students being first generation. So 87% of our students stay for their second year compared to the national average of 72%. The average GPA is a 3.6, and we have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio. The average class size is about 16. So diversity and inclusion, very important to us. In the 2022 to 2023 U.S. News and World Report, Best Regional Universities West category, Dominican was number 6 for ethnic diversity. We are a minority serving institution, designation for the U.S. Department of Education, so Hispanic serving institution, Asian American, Native American, Pacific Islander serving institution. These populations make up about 50% of our student population. So then student identity and inclusion groups include the Black Student Union, Pride, Latin Unidos, Muslim Student Association Club, and then Kappa Familia, along with some other ones as well. So the Dominican experience includes integrative coaching, community engagement, signature work, digital portfolio. So Dominican University of California offers more than 60 majors, minors, and concentrations. The top 5 majors include nursing, business, psychology, communication studies, and biology with a pre-med track. So integrative coaching is when students work with an integrative coach and a network of mentors throughout their undergraduate careers. The signature work students complete signature work such as a research project, a giant mural, or a business plan. And then community engagement. So students engage with the community through service learning, internships, fieldwork, community-based research, or global learning, excuse me. And then the digital portfolio. So students craft a digital portfolio that captures the journey and assists in the transition to career or graduate school. So quality and value, the Wall Street Journal ranked Dominican in the top 1/3 of US colleges and universities for delivering valuable outcomes and quality education to its students. We were named a College of Distinction for 2019 to 2020 for its engaged students, outstanding teaching, and successful outcome. Research led by Stanford reveals that Dominican is 11th in the nation out of 578 selective private colleges for student social mobility. This year, Dominican was ranked number 18 in the Best Regional Universities West. For athletics, Dominican students have won the PacWest Academic Achievement Award 10 of the last 12 years. And then here are a few companies that Dominican students will work for after graduation. So applying, here's what you need to know. Complete the Common App or Dominican app. It opens August 1st. It's a free application and there's additional prompts for nursing. Test scores are optional, admissions and financial aid. So request letters of recommendation required for nursing, encouraged for other majors. The nursing priority deadline is February 1st, so tomorrow. And then here's our contact information. That's me, I'm Emma. And this is the rest of our team with Robert, Antonia, Maddie, Josue, and Julissa. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And a reminder to all of our participants here that you can utilize the Q&A function on your screen to be able to ask questions of any of our institutions here at any time during their presentations. Up next, we have Northern Arizona University.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. I hope everything is being seen the way it should be seen. Please let me know if it's not.
Looks good.
Awesome. Thank you all for coming here tonight to visit with all of us, all of our colleges. My name is Betsy Rugstassen, and I'm NAU's California Recruitment Manager. I'm regionally based in Southern California. NAU is located up in the mountain town of Flagstaff, Arizona at 7,000 feet high and within the largest ponderosa pine forest in the world, home to the lumberjacks. Flagstaff is also a beautiful cultural and historic town, college town, up in the cool part of Arizona, just a few minutes walk from campus, with over 75 great restaurants, coffee shops, and shops, cafes downtown. And it is the only major city in Arizona that has never reached 100 degrees. Flagstaff can get up to 82 inches of snow a year, but it's usually light and it melts very quickly with that high elevation and because the days are very sunny. The weather is a lot like Big Bear or Tahoe's weather. And Flagstaff was actually the world's first international dark sky city with very clear and beautiful skies at night for stargazing, and also where tiny little faraway Pluto was discovered. NAU is about 7 hours from most of Southern California and even closer to most of Nevada, with only about 40 minutes northeast of Sedona, Arizona, about 2 hours north and directly uphill from Phoenix, 3 hours from 11 national parks and monuments, only an hour and a half south of the Grand Canyon. So NAU is the closest university to the Grand Canyon. NAU students experience 4 beautiful, distinct seasons. And if you like being outside, there are many outdoor opportunities in every season to take advantage of, like hiking, biking, camping, running. Plus, Flagstaff has one of the best urban trail systems in the US. We have 350 or more clubs and activities for students on campus that we encourage them to explore and get involved. Even a Taylor Swift club. We have a Harry Potter club, a Quidditch club as well, a lightsaber club if you are a Star Wars fan. So something for everyone. We also have 15 NCAA Division I sports as well too. You may have heard of our cross-country team. We're actually #1 in the country. That elevation helps for altitude training, so we can run past other college teams as well. NAU has about 21,400 undergraduate students on our Flagstaff campus, 96 majors, and more than 25% of our students are Latino, which means we were actually recently named an HSI, a Hispanic Serving Institution. Also, 46% of our students are first-generation college students, and about a third of our students are from out of state. We're known for our hotel and restaurant management major, nursing, exercise, physiology, forestry, of course, surrounded by that large ponderosa pine forest, engineering, business, English, and interior design programs. That's just to name a few. For academically driven, high-achieving students, we also have an excellent honors college as well. NAU's reduced Western Undergraduate Exchange, or WUI reduced tuition, is for all of our admitted students from California and Nevada and other WUI states, and it's for all of our degree programs. And there's no additional application to apply for the WUI. NAU's total reduced WUI tuition costs per year total are about $34,000 total, a savings of over $9,000 a year off of the true non-resident tuition, and comparable to all the UC's total costs as well too. And in addition to that automatic reduced WUI tuition rate, all of our admitted students are automatically going to receive one of these additional 3 merit scholarships, one or the other or the other. We evaluate just their unweighted core GPA in these core courses that you'll see here, just those 14 college prep courses only for admission and for our scholarships. NAU has been test optional for admission and will continue to be, not requiring the SAT or ACT or an essay or personal statement or letters of recommendation as well too. We encourage students to self-report their completed courses and grades and their in-progress courses when they apply, so they can usually receive a decision within just a few weeks after submitting their application, or even less. Our NAU application will open in late July. It always opens in late July, and we are enrolling admission. We also, for you, have in-person tours each Monday through Thursday, sometimes on Fridays. Our Welcome Center is also open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, non-holidays, to talk to an admission officer or to an ambassador, one of our student workers in our office. And there are many other opportunities for weekend opportunities as well to visit campus as well too. We have Discover NAU days. That's for pretty much anyone to come to campus. NAU Said Yes days. Those are just for admitted students. Of course, they don't need to have accepted their offer yet. Indigenous Student Visit Day and Explore Honors Day as well too. Also, NAU comes to you as well too. We have some info sessions here and all over our WUI states as well too. Also, if you are on social media as well, you'll be able to follow and see some of that snow, the beautiful weather that we get right up at 7,000 feet. Including our record-breaking snow this month of January. I think that we are the third snowiest January ever. Perhaps after tonight, it might be going up to the second most snowiest January. So please email me with any questions you may have, and go Lumberjacks. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we did have a question in the chat about finding all of your contact information for the admissions counselors here. And they would all be happy to put that in the chat after their presentations, or many have that up on their slides as well. Or they can answer that in the Q&A for you as well. But usually they'll put that in the chat after their presentations as well here tonight. If you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A. Up next, we have University of Nevada, Reno.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here, everyone. My name is Linda Dannemiller. I'm the Bay Area Regional Representative for University of Nevada, Reno. A little bit about us. We sit right out, we're about 3-4 hours from the Bay Area, about 7 hours from Los Angeles area, just a quick hour flight up from both locations. We are a Tier 1 research university. We have about 19,000 undergraduate students. We really like to emphasize that we only have about 3,400 grad students. So if you're looking for an opportunity to do a lot of undergraduate research, Nevada would be the place. We have a medical school on campus, a plethora of science programs. So our students are really getting in those facilities and doing research as early as their freshman year. This photo right here is a picture of our student center and our library. We've put about $850 million in new facilities in our campus since about 2014. So lots of new buildings. Reno itself is an up and coming area. Lots of growth in Reno, lots of companies coming into Reno because of no taxes, good place to grow a business. We have a variety of majors. We have almost 200 academic programs. Nothing is impacted. So students can come in undecided. Some of the majors that I like to point out that Nevada is very strong for would be sciences, what I just mentioned. We have a very strong environmental science program, also a medical school on campus, very good undergraduate programs in biology, bioscience, biochem. We also are a hidden gem for engineering. So if you want to come in undecided to our engineering school, we have tons of different majors. We have a brand new, beautiful engineering building. We have a clean room. Don't ask me what that is, but one of the only ones in the country that our students, I believe, in chemical engineering study in. We keep our classes small. So while we are growing, we continue to hire faculty. None of our classes would be really over 30 students, 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio, taught 90% by professors. And then we are D1. So if you like a school that has that big school spirit, we're the Nevada Wolfpack, lots of students cheering on our basketball team this year. They had a big win last week against New Mexico, big football games. And then we also have a lot of club sports. If you like a school that you can participate in club sports, this might be the place. We are highly diverse. Students are coming into us from all different parts of the country. We do get most of our students from the western part of the United States, particularly California. We do have a ranked study abroad program. We're consistently ranked as really one of the top 20 study abroad programs. We have a USAC office on our campus that offers 50 programs in 26 countries. So students really love to take the opportunity to study abroad in really any different major. The academic offices will work with you on coordinating that. Other things that I want to point out, as I said, we're tier 1 majors that draw students to us. Like I said, that engineering is a hidden gem. Business, let me go back to that. Reno is a growing city. We have an area off campus called Midtown that's really been developed for our students, but we have a lot of startup companies there. So a lot of small businesses have come into Reno. We have Tesla there, Microsoft, Google. Our business school does a competition with Microsoft that's students can win up to $60,000 in that competition. So business has become a real hidden gem in Reno in the last 5-10 years. Sciences, as I said, really good. And then we also have a good education program. If you want to be a teacher, your credential is dual between California and Nevada. So if you come back to California, you're set up to teach here, which is unique. You don't have to take the state exam. Residential campus, 9 residence halls. They're all kind of different. Students need to come up and visit, but a lot of them are new. And then we're close to Tahoe. So we've got all 4 seasons, much like NAU. We're like 40 minutes from Tahoe. So yes, it does snow on our campus. Our average GPA is about 3.5. For WUI, we had the last school mentioned, the Western Undergraduate Exchange tuition. We offer WUI to every major, no separate application. Brings your tuition at Nevada down to $12,000 a year. Your room and board is about $11,000. You're looking at about $23,000 with room and board if you get WUI. It is good for every year. Now, if you have a 3.0, which is essentially what you need to get into Nevada, we offer you an $8,000 tuition discount. So putting it somewhere around $25,000. You're automatically reviewed for both, no separate application. This is my information right here. I'd love to talk to you if you have any more questions. We have an open house most Fridays called Nevada Bound Days that you can register for right on our visit website. And we would love to host you on campus. So thank you again for coming tonight. And I will pass things over to my colleague in Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. A quick reminder to use that Q&A function if you have questions for any of our institutions here during their presentations. And up next, we have University of Nevada, Las Vegas. You are muted.
Sorry about that. Hello, it's my first time virtual, apparently. Thanks for passing that over, UNR. Appreciate it. See, we're all friendly here. My name is Daniel Mendoza. I'm the Assistant Director for Regional and College Recruitment for the Office of Admissions at UNLV. I am based here in Las Vegas. We do have an admissions counselor based in Southern California, so I can definitely put his contact information at the end in case anybody has questions for him or would like to meet him face to face. But let's go ahead and get started here. So we're a fairly large public institution, 30,000 students, 25,000 of those being undergraduate students here in the heart of Las Vegas. We are the most diverse campus in the country. I've been here at UNLV for about 7 years, and each one of those years we've either been #1 or tied for #1 or #2. So a very, very diverse city. So very reflective of that here on our campus. We are a high research institution. So if you're thinking about getting into research, grad school, undergraduate research, we definitely are a place that you should research into options. With that being said, our large institution, we have a pretty good student to faculty ratio sitting there at 19:1. And a lot of programs to choose from. So over 300 different undergraduate programs, We're best known for the College of Hospitality. We are the best program in the country, #2 in the world, being here in the tourism capital, entertainment capital of the world. We have a lot of connections and industry partners for our students, not just in hospitality, but in some other areas like sports, kinesiology, engineering, all of it. So we have some good connections there. So like any institution, we encourage our students to get heavily involved on campus to build that community. We know that that's going to lead to success here. So you have a lot of options, over 400 different student organizations, fraternities, sororities, clubs focusing on cultural, ethnic, or religious-based areas, study abroad options in 25 different countries. So a lot of different ways to get involved on campus, and the degree to which you want to get involved, being leaders of student orgs or just being there for social events, definitely up to every individual, but it definitely is here on our campus. All right, to get into some important things on the screen, you'll see our admissions requirements. So any one of these categories, your GPA, your SAT or ACT, will get you accepted to UNLV. Application deadlines you see on there. So we are still taking applications for the fall semester. For my students in California, we are WUI participants. So that is a rolling consideration. So if you applied now and maybe you don't meet the requirements for WUI, when you update your transcripts or something changes, we can definitely consider you down the road closer to the end of your semester. Annual tuition, we're looking at just about $9,000 for our in-state students. Out of state, it hovers right around $23,000. With WUI, that can come down close to 13, and all of our scholarships are stackable. So if you're getting something from financial aid like Pell Grant, if you're getting WUI, if you're getting something from the colleges, so from hospitality, engineering, Lee Business School, colleges like that, you can stack those all together and that tuition continues to climb down or drop down, I should say. So on here, you'll see an example of the different scholarships that are available. On here, so I don't know why this, wrong screen, but we should have for our WUI candidates, you would have the opportunity available, tuition plus available to you, valedictorian and presidential or president's scholarship also available to you. So WUI being our neighboring states, specifically California, would be a big one for that. I'm going to go ahead and skip over Millennium. Financial aid. I just want to make a quick note here. I hope everyone is up to speed with filing your FAFSA for whatever institution you are looking at. Here at UNLV, we also offer the alternate need form. So anybody who's international, documented, undocumented, we do offer financial support for you through the alternate need form. So if you have any questions about that process, you definitely can reach out to me and we can talk about it one-on-one. Outside of that, just stay connected. You can follow us on all of these social media accounts to kind of get an idea of what campus life is like, what things look like week in and week out, semester in, semester out. So I will go ahead and leave it there and punch in my contact information at the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Up next, we have Occidental College.
Hello, everyone. Exciting to get to speak with you all tonight. You may have heard of us. We are a small private college in Los Angeles and really actually in the city limits of LA, which is a great benefit for our students. In fact, Oxy is one of the most diverse liberal arts colleges in the country. We're the only liberal arts college that is in the LA city limits. And we find that our students just really benefit from being in a small residential campus where they can build relationships and learn from each other. So I think this is kind of what sets Oxy apart. Since we don't get to have all of you on campus today, I'm excited to be able to show you kind of where we are. LA is certainly a big place. You can see we're just a little bit north of downtown. We are in the neighborhoods of Highland Park and Eagle Rock, which certainly gives our students a lot of great opportunities to walk around and enjoy kind of where they live, as well as having access to all of these bigger parts of LA. In fact, Oxy has a lot of multiple transportation options, ways to get off campus and into the city. So even though you're living on campus, taking advantage of our free bike share or our free van service or free metro rides, or the fact that it's even free to bring a car to campus. So there's a lot of ways that our students can really take advantage of LA. First and foremost, As a college of liberal arts and sciences, we do ask all of our students to study all of the different subject areas. So art, science, social science, humanities, everyone's going to spend some time in each of those fields, regardless of their major. But through our core program, you are never told what classes you have to take. You get to choose which classes you are interested in. We have just 2,000 students at Occidental, and our average class size is 18 students. Our student faculty ratio is just 9-to-1. So you're really going to get to know your professors as well as the other students in your classroom. We literally don't have a single class with more than 50 students. In fact, 92% of our classes have less than 30 students. You can see all of our different majors and minors here. Most majors at Oxy can also be a minor. We have as many different departments in the sciences as we do in the social sciences and the arts and humanities. The most popular majors tend to be economics, biology, diplomacy and world affairs, psychology, and politics. But we're also really well known for some of the smaller majors that you will find at Oxy, like critical theory and social justice, which looks at the history of bias and prejudice in society. We have a major called comparative studies in literature and culture, which allows you to study a foreign language in the literature written in that language. We even have a food studies department, which is not something you can find at most small colleges. We also have really incredible programs for pre-law students, for students who want to go into medicine, as well as individual advising for students going to graduate school in any field. Now at Oxy, all of our students really end up participating in the research program because this is built into our first year seminars, and we have a senior comprehensive requirement where everyone completes a thesis level project in their major before they graduate. But we also have an undergraduate research center, which provides funding for students to even live on campus and get a full-time paycheck just to learn something each summer. Or we have different research partnerships happening throughout the year. For example, our marine biology program, which has its own boat, and our students can get scuba certified and do their research in the water, or students who go to Costa Rica in the summer to do research in a rainforest with one of our partners. In fact, 2/3 of Oxy students go to other countries. This is something that really is enhanced by our community being so diverse, getting to spend time in other places and bring all of those conversations back to campus. Being on campus is really critical because our students live on campus by design. In fact, we require students to live on campus for the first 3 years, but we find that 80% of our seniors still choose to live on campus. So being in these small classes and in this very diverse community where you are learning from each other, you are also getting to then build relationships and build community outside of class. You will find over 100 clubs and organizations. You will find fraternities and sororities. We have an incredible student government, newspaper, radio station, TV station, yearbook, orchestra, glee club, a cappella group, jazz band. There are a lot of things going on. We also have 20 varsity sports, and Occidental is a Division III college that participates in a Southern California athletic conference where all of the schools we compete with are within 90 minutes of campus. So our students are really able to be students first and prioritize their student experience while also still getting to be excellent athletes and participating in these sports that they love. We really value the education that our students receive and believe that it's something they're going to use even after they graduate. And career services is a great way to start connecting those dots. At Oxy, the majority of our students, in fact, 75% have an internship before they graduate. On average, actually have more than one internship. And certainly being in LA gives you access to every kind of industry. We also send our students to graduate school in incredibly high numbers. 70% of Oxy alum will eventually receive a graduate degree, which is 20% higher than the national average. So I think the fact that our students are already in small classes and doing so much research really prepares them for that graduate school experience. If you think you might be interested in applying to Oxy, you should know that we have a holistic application process. We are really going to read every single part of that application to get to know you. We have early decision and regular decision application deadlines. We are SAT and ACT test optional, and that is going to be the case from here on out. That's not going to change. So no matter what year you are in high school, you do not have to worry about that. And there is no secret advantage to having those test scores. It really, truly is optional for you. Because we are so holistic and so intentional in getting to know our applicants, we really do encourage you to have an interview with us. So you can sign up for those interviews once you are in your senior year of high school in the summer right before that year. But we hopefully will get to know you. So I'll share some information about how you can visit campus or reach out to me and learn more about Oxy. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. And a reminder, as we're getting near the end of our presentation times here, to use that Q&A function if you do have any questions for the institutions here that were answered during their presentations. And you also found their information in the chat as well, so you can reach out to them individually after these presentations have concluded. All right, so feel free to use that Q&A. And last but not least, tonight we have UC Irvine.
All right. Hello, dear people. Hello, my students, parents, and counselors. Nice to meet you all. My name is Deborah Zhang. I am the Senior Admissions Counselor from the University of California, Irvine. And luckily enough, joined by my dear colleague, Victor, who is an expert in first-year admissions for California residents and transfer admissions. So if you have any question, please drop a message here. We'll get you covered. The University of California is one of the largest and most established public university systems in the world. It has 9 undergrad campuses across the state of California, and UC Irvine is one of the campuses in Southern California. As you can see from the map, we're in between LA and San Diego. UCI is home to almost 30,000 undergrad students, and they pride themselves as anteaters. So we resort a lot at major campus events. So as a typical UC campus, we are committed to our mission to rigorous academics, cutting-edge research, innovation, and public service. But you may wonder, what makes UCI different from the other UC campuses? Well, fair enough. I got asked that questions a lot, almost at every college fair or school visit. I will explain about that from 3 aspects. First of all, our location. Second, our mindset. And lastly, the majors that we offer. So first of all, if you have ever been to Southern California or live in Southern California, you know how wonderful the weather is. We are located in beautiful Orange County. We're at the heart of Orange County. We're in a very safe place. We are ranked by FBI as the safest city of the size for 16 consecutive years. Our students are super friendly, warm, chill, a little bit nerdy, but they love to smile. I think it has a lot of things to do with the sunny weather that we own throughout the year. Our students get full access to the unique SoCal lifestyle that you can hardly find elsewhere. So you can get full access to 3 beaches and own the 63 miles of hiking and biking trails. Tell you what, the Disneyland is in our backyard, so it's very easy to have fun for a weekend with your friends at Disneyland. One bonus point of our campus is really we are so close to the John Wayne Airport, which is only a 10-minute drive from our campus. And from a networking and career development perspective, Irvine is such a great location because it's formed, there's a newly formed technology community along the side of Southern California beaches. We call it Silicon Beach. And 1/3 of Fortune 500 companies are located in Irvine, and they come to our campus frequently to our job fairs to recruit new talent. So that may be you. The second is really our mindset, is our approach to everything we do, which is interdisciplinary and collaborative, and it's embodied by our unique campus layout. So what do I mean by that? So as you can see from this campus map, in the center is the Aldrich Park, and it is home to actually more than 11,000 trees, a super nice spot to be. And moving out is the Ring Road. And all our undergrad schools are located across this ring. So it's very easy to go across the campus to take classes in different schools and meet with professors from different departments. We highly encourage students and faculty to work and collaborate with each other across different fields of study. So that's why we have this really interdisciplinary and collaborative approach to everything we do. And because of this approach, we encourage students to take classes from different schools to really expand their interests, not only go deep in their major, but also develop a wide breadth of knowledge in every field that they're interested in. So we encourage students to double major. They can major in one thing, minor in another. They can change their major following a simple process. Our students can choose from a variety of studying abroad programs that are shared by UC campuses. They also do undergrad research programs with faculty that are from completely different field. Our 33% of our students do sort of undergrad research. They do once or twice, even more than that. And among all these programs that we offer, our students are very competitive, and some of the majors are offered very uniquely and not necessarily shared by the other UC campuses. Among them is the Business Administration program. We are one of the 3 UC campuses that offers Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. We also have the only ICS school, which is Information and Computer Science School in the UC system. We're big on computing. And we are also the first public university to create an official esports program. So if you're interested in esports, you can definitely consider UCI and consider game design interactive media major. At UCI, we admit students by majors, although we offer so many different majors, but you can tell from this slide, 56% of our first applicants apply to these 10 majors, which makes sense because these are majors really awesome and give you a lot of different opportunities in different fields. But we encourage you to do research and just get a deeper sense of what each major is about, be open-minded in the application process. We offer you 2 options, which is the permanent major and alternate major. You do have chances to change your major after you enroll at UCI. So now talking about admissions, the UC system is very unique in that sense. We have this one set of application and you can submit the application to as many campuses as you want. You definitely want to do research and you want to select the campuses definitely want to end up with. And with this UC application, if you're interested in UCI, if you think you love SoCal weather, you love to work with other people, you generally have a lot of different curiosities, I think you have the kindred spirit of an anteater. So do select UCI as one of the campuses you want to enroll in. For undergrad students, we have 2 different sets of minimum requirement in terms of GPA. It's 3.0 for California residents and 3.4 for out-of-state students and international students. We don't require a CT or ACT, which is good news. It's easier. We don't require recommendation letters, so you need to report yourself, your stories through the personal insight questions. It's self-reported, it's simple enough, and hope to see you and work with you in the future. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our schools here this evening for presenting more about your institutions. I'll ask all of our presenters now to come back on camera as we have some time for Q&A. Students, if you have questions, you can still put them in the chat, or if we're not able to get to them tonight, please feel free. All of our reps here have put their information in the chat as well, so please feel free to reach out with those questions too. All right, our first question for this evening is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So you can share your nuggets of wisdom. We'll go in the same order, starting with Dominican University.
Hi there. I know for me, when I was choosing to go to college, the most important thing for me was choosing a place that felt like home. You're going to be there for a good amount of time, so you definitely want to make sure that it's a place you feel comfortable and welcome.
Hi, gosh, that's a great question. As far as a piece of advice to give students, one main thing I would say is to connect with your regionally based admission officer, and it might be someone who is here tonight as well too. They're the best person to ask about any questions that you might have about visiting campus and that sort of thing too. Sometimes you might even be able to have the opportunity to meet with them in person, but they're also familiar with your school, the area as well too, the courses at your high school as well too. So they're really your best connection for your college. And usually you can find them right on the college website as well too.
You're muted.
Sorry about that. My piece of advice is not to rule a school out because it doesn't have a popular name. You know, we're in a branding market in admissions and universities. We all send you these beautiful brochures, and you know, students know some schools better than others based on name. But I think it's more about getting on that campus and meeting faculty and finding that fit versus going to a place that, you know, all your friends are applying to. So don't rule schools out based on not knowing their name or their popularity.
I think I'm next. Just to piggyback off of that, really is to, when you leave your options open, communicate, right? All of us here are here for you. ask your questions of all of us. We will point you in the right direction. I know one of the things I love about my job is not just answering those questions, but connecting the dots for our students. So if you have a very specific interest in engineering or industry partners with our engineering or something like that, I will find that connection for you. So my best advice is just to use all of us, ask us the questions that you have. That goes for you and your parents. And we will be the people that connect all the dots for you.
Maybe I can answer this question as well as another one that came in the Q&A, which is, when do you decide which college to go to? And the answer is not in your sophomore year of high school. It is really in your senior year, when you are making that decision before May 1st. There are so many wonderful colleges out there. It's great to have a college list. It's great to know about the options and to have an aspirational goal. Be like, okay, what is this school looking for? Am I working towards that realistically? But you get to decide for yourself, even when you're receiving those offers and making that decision. So don't go into this process thinking you're supposed to have it figured out in advance.
Yeah, definitely agrees with everybody. But I think I can offer one more thing, is just really to know yourself. I think know your priorities, just connect the dots so that you can use all the resources available to you. The resources are all out there, but how do you filter those out? You have to know your preferences, what location, the size of school, the majors, the possibilities, what is the affordability that you can consider, right? So definitely talk with your parents, work with the counselors, talk to us, and definitely it's just beginning. You have a great future.
Absolutely. I love all of that advice. I always like to add to stay organized. As you all are mentioning, there's so many different schools. There's many schools here tonight that had different deadlines, different scholarships, different considerations. So I know it sounds silly, but keep a spreadsheet or something on your phone, a notes app, or, Google Sheets or something that can keep everything organized, because you don't want to miss a scholarship deadline. That could potentially be free money for you. So keep organized. Same thing, have a professional sounding email if possible when you're like applying or contacting these schools, so that can all come in and you're not getting spam from like Sephora or whatever, like going in with your like potentially these admissions decisions or other important emails as well. So I always like to say just to stay organized, because it is a very tricky process. Like it can be a very simple process if you want it to be. It can also be there's so much going on, and so keeping that organized is all very important. But I echo everything that was said here. I think that's all great to like know yourself, but also visit these campuses or talk to admissions reps if you can't visit, or do some of these. I saw in the chat there were some virtual tours to get to know what's right for you, because what's right for your friend might not be the same thing that's right for you. And so you'll figure that out in the process as well. We'll do one more question, a quick round robin here. I know we have a lot of questions coming in the chat, so if we don't get to them, I know we're trying, but please check out their websites, check out, if you have questions for a specific school about their programs, you can check out their websites and then get in contact. You can click admissions and get in contact with any of these wonderful human beings on our screen. So we'll do a quick round robin right before we end of what's one thing you want students to remember about your school. And we'll go in the same order, starting with Dominican University.
So I would say for Dominican University of California, being a small private school with the average class size is about 16, we have a lot of support from the faculty, as well as just we have mental health counseling. We have a lot of, if a student has learning disabilities, we have, a lot of ways to help students in that way. So I think it's really special how we just have the faculty to support the students.
Oh boy, what I would like you to remember about NAU. I guess I could bring it down to just two words, not hot. I can't tell you how many people have walked by my table at an event and think, oh, I don't want to go there. It's going to be too hot down in Arizona. But no, it's never reached 100 degrees in Flagstaff, not yet. The summer high is about 85, all 4 seasons. So, what can you not like about that too? So not hot, I guess, is the first thing I think of.
What I would like you to remember about University of Nevada, Reno, we have a big school spirit feeling, but we have an amazing campus that feels almost like a private school, smaller setting where, as I said in my presentation, you're going to get undergraduate research. We only have 3,000 grad students on our campus. So if you want to come up and do research in any sciences, computer science, anything, you're going to get it. And one fun fact about us, we have the largest earthquake lab in the world on our campus. If you come to school at Nevada, Reno, you might feel an earthquake from time to time.
Do we have time? Can I jump in? Yeah, so I think about UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. I always tell students it's pretty unique, UNLV and UNR, to be perfectly honest, two large institutions in the whole entire state of Nevada. So here specifically in Las Vegas, our students have a lot of opportunities with not as much competition as some other institutions in different states. I know where I grew up, there's a lot of schools, a lot of competition. So students that come here, whatever major you're in, you have a bunch of international corporations. We're quickly becoming a sports town. So there's a lot of industries and partnerships that we carry, and all those companies and industries and corporations, when they're looking for interns or new talent, they're coming to us, and it's a little bit easier to get your foot in the door that way.
At Occidental, one thing I would like you to remember is that we are one of the few colleges in the country that meets 100% of demonstrated need for financial aid. So we just ensure that anyone who is admitted to the college can actually afford to go to the college. And often when you think about college, you think about cost and expense. And so I just want to encourage you that that will not be a factor for us.
UCI, anything to add?
Sorry, I'm focusing on replying to questions. Yes, I would just like people to remember that our students are a group of nerds who love to hang out with each other, super smart people, but love to work with one another.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. Again, I'm sorry we couldn't get to all of the questions, but please reach out to all of the lovely admissions reps here tonight, and they'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. So we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions that are happening in a little over 10 minutes from now. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/WACAC. So you can watch tonight's recording at strivescan.com/WACAC. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and best of luck on the college search process.